All right, welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. Right, let's do this. The chat and everything might be bugging a little bit, but do bear with me. I'm on a very bad internet connection. They're doing some work on the internet cables around this area, so the phone lines are kind of messed up. So this is one of the reasons why we're having some sort of an issue. So and also I was kind of busy as well with the customers and whatnot, and we were doing all sorts of crazy stuff, right? So we've got this situation here right now. Hey Anis, hey LC, how you doing, guys? Awesome for you guys being here. So let's talk about this Chinese FUD, right? So let's analyze this for ourselves and see what happens. China are the biggest trollers. Absolutely. I like what you just said there, right? So let's look at some of the facts, right? And this is really interesting. This is very interesting what I'm about to show you, right? So let's go on a daily and see what's going on. So on a daily, we know today we have the options expiry. Okay, we know that this whole thing actually exists here. Now we have Bloomberg, who literally came out breaking out with the news today, right? But when did Bloomberg really come out with the news? At 10:40, right? They came out with this news, whatever, right? Okay, absolutely fine, right? So now all of this broke out. Pretty much what they're saying is like, you know, in the market this thing happened, and it happened around 8 a.m. like UK time. So it was actually released by Bloomberg. You can see Bloomberg released it British Standard Times, okay, and then they updated it a few hours later. They updated it. So we want to look at all of this and we want to see what kind of bullshit is this, right? So at 8 a.m, all right, you can see 9 a.m. New York time, right? So 9 a.m. New York time, we had a falling. So market opens, and at the moment it opens, we know it's an options expiry, and then on top of that, this news breaks down, which takes the market down even further. So then I said, okay, fine, all of this crap here, I can see this, and boring, right? Because Chinese FUD, it's been around for like what, 20,000 times, right? So I went into the market and I said, let me have a look at the market and see what the FTSE is doing. Well, let's have a look at daily, for example. Let's look at the FTSE on a daily. FTSE dropped a little bit, so market dipped a little bit. Happy days, everyone's back, right? Let's have a look at S&P and see what the SPX did, right? Let's have a look at this. Oh, hold on. XPS pumping? Doesn't make any sense. All right, let's have a look at US 30. Right, US 30. Let's have a look at the index, right, for Dow Jones. Oh, hold on, that's pumping as well, right? So options is basically when you're saying options expiry, these are trading, right? So people actually can do options, like for example, similar to futures, right? So options and futures, very similar. So in futures, you're predicting a certain price, so you promise to pay that price, but you're not actually paying anything. That's how you open this, right? Not Rico. Hey, not Rico. Awesome. No, it's not. Listen, let's do it this way. Let's just forget about all the what is this and let's go. Listen, OC, we'll talk about this more. Let's just go into the news, because if I'm going to spend time talking about all of this stuff here, I think we're going to go too much into detail. Let's talk about exactly what's going on, right? So where people see China as a FUD, I see it as an opportunity. I see China FUD as an opportunity, because that's what's going on, right? You have a bunch of idiots in the stock market who follow Bloomberg, right? Like it's the only place where you can get the news, who follow the Financial Times in the UK as if it's the only place you can get the news, right? And they wake up, right? They wake up 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning. They see this new breaking news. They straight away run over to their devices or wherever they're going, and they dump with the market. What a bunch of idiots. That's all I say, because where I see a FUD, I see an opportunity, right? So when I'm looking at it, look, when the FUD came out, there was an opportunity. So what happened? People were trading the opposite way, right? You can buy in when they do this. Exactly. And it's exactly right. So this is the thing. So when they do this, you should see it as an opportunity. Free discount, exactly. So now other thing is what are they doing when they release this FUD? People just don't understand this stuff, right? So we can go back here, let's go back into this and let's read along with this, right? So when they give out this kind of sentiment, this kind of news, and it breaks out and all of this kind of bollocks, right, we have, right, excuse my French, but that's what's going on. It's not my French but my language, right? But the point I'm trying to make here, what a bloody timing. Honestly, what a timing. Why that time? Do you know what I mean? What a timing. You time it The market goes out. All you have to do is short the damn thing. You short it, and guess what? You make more money, right? Exactly. Accumulation investment opportunity. So what that means is, for example, the other day, Evergrande news comes out. People start panicking. Someone's shorting the market, and they make money. That's what they do. They make money. They didn't just have $19 billion worth of money sitting around. They just made it happen because that's what they did, right? So they take that money, they bring it back, and they say, right, that's how we're going to do this. We're going to, tell you some FUD about Evergrande, and then we're going to basically take your money off you because we're going to short the market. So what happens? Everybody's ready shorting the market, right? That's what happens because there are opportunities out there. You know what I mean? So they're talking about cryptocurrency. Well, we've heard this 50 times. China bans cryptocurrency, China bans this and this and that, right? Now I'm thinking about the Chinese investors, and I'm thinking they also must be the biggest idiot on the planet. They have to be the biggest idiots on the planet. Why? Because China says, we don't want any mining. Fine. So what did the miners do? What did all the major miners do? They left the country. So any other idiot remaining there, well, he's an idiot. Full stop. If somebody's been doing this undercover, underground, clearly is an idiot. So what's that got to do with the entire global industry? I don't see, because the big boys have left already. They packed their bags and they've left, right? And we're looking at all of this information, right? So we're looking at 5 points, right? Classify crypto mining as eliminated industry. So they're classifying it. This is like kind of a breakdown, short breakdown of all of this, right? They don't want you to mine. Fine. Most of the big boys have left. So why are people so stupid? China bans Bitcoin mining. The biggest Chinese miners have left already. Which part of that don't you understand? Number one. Number two, first time they have clearly mentioned Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tether. And they said, we will not allow international markets. We will not allow our funds to go to thing. And this is People's Bank of China, by the way. People's Bank of China. We will not allow any of these being traded, right? So that's what they want. So again, they're saying we don't want our money to leave. Now, I want to talk about something here. Did everybody forget the Great Wall of China? And do you know what the Great Wall of China is? The bloody, what do they call them? The firewall. The Great Firewall of China. Chinese people realized, all right, or the government, PBOC or whatever you want to call them, realized that money are coming in and out. People are making money and money's leaving. Any country does that. They want to keep their money in their country, and especially the Great Firewall of China. China doesn't want the Chinese people to interact with other people. We all know that. We all know that. And they would do everything to block people to do this, the Great Firewall of China. So if we already know that, why is it such a surprise to people when China bans Bitcoin? Of course it's banned. Anything coming out of China through the internet gateways, they don't want. Anything coming in, they don't want. But the problem the Great Firewall of China has is that you can't block the blockchain. That's what the problem they have. So how do they do it? They enforce it onto the people. How do they enforce it? Through your bank, through the money. Do you know what I mean? That's what they do. So this is the kind of situation we've got, right? Again, it's like first centralized ban order, right? So why is it the first centralized ban order? Because now the bank is saying we can't do it. But hold on, didn't we just have something very similar to our UK banks or international banks where they say you can't send money to an exchange? How's that possible? It's your money. Why can't you send it where you want? Because they have control over you. But that's what they're doing. You know what I mean? So all of the activities usually were done by provincial authorities, as you can see here, despite centralized oversight. Now, they're doing it themselves. They're saying, we're going to block you from the bank. Well, it was bound to happen. It was coming. So why are we so afraid of this? You know what I mean? But this was clearly one of those, right? Where, when we say sell the news, well, here they were shorting the news. I'm seeing massive manipulation here. Massive manipulation here. Also, one other thing I wanted to bring out here as well. I'm going to read the chat in a bit, right? One other thing I wanted to bring out here. We've got the Great Firewall of China, where you've got to be like, at least in the espionage business to get all the inside information from China. Literally, you got to get all the inside information by being an in the spy industry or whatever. We have these breaking news coming out of China. Who the hell is getting that news out? That's what I don't understand. We know Twitter is not allowed in China. So how do tweets come out of China? We know Google's not allowed in China. So how do stuff come out of China? Somebody needs to tell me, because I'm confused. Great firewall of China. Nothing can go in, nothing can go out. Right? Isn't that the biggest FUD out there? Well, as far as I'm seeing, everything's coming in and out. So how do Bloomberg get all of this news, break it out, and then everyone else sells it? How? Well, I can tell you, this is all pure manipulation. Pure manipulation. And as I said, I see an opportunity. When I see stuff like this, I see opportunity. So here's something they basically said, like, for example, this is a quote they made, right? The provision of services by overseas virtual currency exchanges to domestic residents. So overseas exchanges sending or doing anything to the domestic residents of my country via the internet is also illegal financial activity. You cannot bring other stuff into my country. That's the firewall of China. For domestic staff of relevant overseas virtual currency exchanges, as well as those who know you should know that they are engaged in virtual currency related business. They are still illegal financial activities. Legal persons, unincorporated organizations, and natural persons that provide services such as marketing, promotion, payment, and settlement and technical support shall be held accountable in accordance with the law. So they're saying anybody involved in anything, even development, well, you are screwed. They don't want you to take their developers who've exceeded. We can see an example, for example, Binance being the #1 exchange. Well, Binance was originally Chinese. Huobi, a massive exchange, originally Chinese. So they don't want their developments or their technologies to go out of their country. Welcome to the communism, right? That's what's going on. Do you know what I mean? But I see all of this as an opportunity. Everything here is an opportunity. What did the government say at the end? Government won't protect people incurring losses due to crypto. Hold on, isn't that something we already know? You lose your keys, you lose your funds. In crypto, we don't rely on a central party. So what is this trying to tell me? They're trying to centralize or what? What are they indicating? Again, all of this doesn't make any sense. But who react to this? And I'll tell you this, right? People who have unlocked their minds, who know what the market is for what it is, they don't react. They're not stupid. Stupid people who wake up in the morning, 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning, get in their Bloomberg news feeds and get in their Financial Times news feed, they react. And all of those fools lose money while we monetize on them. Whenever there's a FUD, I see an opportunity, if that makes any sense, right? So, and I'm telling you that when they release the FUD, they're shorting the market. I'm telling you, no joke, they're shorting the market. I bet you any money, Chinese government has been shorting the market. Someone along the line has been shorting the market. And they're all involved. They're all involved, right? So let me have a look at the chat a little bit, and then we'll go into the charts, right? So let's see what's going on. Let's see who's on here. So we've got Rico, we've got Ennis, we've got OC. Awesome. You guys are awesome. This is why we can't have nice things, China. Listen, I would take a FUD over anything because FUDs are great buying opportunities, right? You can buy in when they do exactly, that's what Ennis says. It was actually a free discount, exactly what Ennis says. Yep, exactly. Iron still, Iran still hard mining. Well, Iran is encouraging people to mine. Iran wants to move its monetary system for global transactions and trade through cryptocurrency because they've realized that every other country they go to, they get sanctions and whatnot and this and that, or embargoes, right? So the only way they can avoid all of that is cryptocurrency. And people are using this. Yuan, remember, Chinese yuan, China has already done the CBDC. They already have a central bank digital currency. They already can track you. They are one of the biggest big brothers of the planet. They've been testing big brother technology for decades, right? They do what do you call social credit system via cameras over there. They got some heavy duty technology going in there. And this is an indication of where the world is going. Now that's it's digital currency where they can digitally track where your money goes. Imagine me, Tom, gave you, Dick, a money and you, Dick, decided to go and spend it in Cuba and I did it with a digital yuan. Well, I know where that money went and I can account for every single penny. And that's what they're doing, right? So I hope that kind of makes sense to you. You can only buy in if you have available capital. I think I have to add a buffer of USDC investment strategy for dips like this. Exactly, Rico. One of the things you should always do on your portfolio is if you have a specific amount of crypto on an exchange, you should always have an equal amount in USDT. You don't touch that. Those are the buying dips opportunity. And then when the market flips over, sell it, keep your cash back again. So idea is your initial investment, right? So for example, you started with $10,000, you made $20,000. You should always keep your $10,000 free. I know a lot of people say, oh, you probably make 100x. That's what I teach people. I say, take your initial investment out as soon as you can, and then play with the profits. You're never losing money. You're always going to double your money, triple your money. You're going to do better than everybody else, right? So that's that. It says, or ignore the market altogether and just revisit, rebalance every year. Awesome. Exactly. If you're on a longer time frame, that's what you do. You rebalance it. In fact, some exchanges actually allow you to do automatic rebalancing. I don't know if you knew this, but that's quite cool. You're asking the important questions. Oh, I swear China is going to make their own blockchain in 10-15 years. No, bro. China doesn't have to make a blockchain. China's already been working on it. We've got a cryptocurrency called Neo, Chinese. We've got Tron, blockchain is Chinese. You know, Binance, Chinese. You think China hasn't done it? China has done it. They're doing it non-stop. BTT, you name it. Plenty of blockchains out there. The Chinese VET, right? You know, VeChain, Chinese. Tell me something that isn't Chinese. Some of the biggest blockchains out there are Chinese. They've been built by developers, Chinese developers. Some of the biggest exchanges built by Chinese developers. They're Chinese. We had the global monetary system, like our cryptocurrency mining, one of the biggest Bitcoin mining operation, more than like almost close to like, I think it was 50 or 60% in China. It's all Chinese. It's all Chinese. And I'm telling you, they're shorting the market. There's insiders shorting the market. Maybe the People's Bank of China coming in and stopping people doing all sorts of crazy nutty stuff is a good thing. Maybe the manipulation will stop. That's what I'm saying, all right? What's your opinion on Binance lawsuits that's happening? Binance has a lot of lawsuits. Binance has a lot of lawsuits right now. You know, a lot of crazy stuff, but that's all part of the institutional FUD. Listen, if we want cryptocurrency to be legitimized, then we have to go through those hurdles. Did you think making cryptocurrency legal was going to be easy? No. Everyone's got to pay the price. But guess who doesn't pay the price? People who bought early, people who have conviction, people who are hodlers, people who buy the dip and hold for life. They're not losing out. They're not, and that's what's happening. The governments are trying to shake out those weak hands, those bunch of fools, the bunch of idiots out there. Excuse my language, but that's what it is. They are trying their best to get those out of the market. You're not in the market for crypto. You were in the market because of the hype or whatever. You will run out as soon as you see a FUD. You are a weak hand. And what's happening right now, while all of these weak hands are playing? Well, I'll tell you, the big boys out there, the big institutions, they're picking up the dips and they're basically monetizing on that and they're making a killing. They're making a killing. Let's have a look. Let's go into this and let's have a refresh this. Let's refresh this. Oh, look at this. We've had 614 BTC leave the exchange, right? So what does this indicate to us? Well, this clearly indicates to us that money's leaving the exchanges. Money's leaving the exchanges. And we see, look, we'll have another look at this as well. Let's have a look at this, right? Let's go into this. Let's have a look at charts. Hold on, let's bring in charts. All right, 445 million wrecked today, right? Let's bring some charts in. Let's have a look at some of the liquidations, right? Let's just have a look at a little bit of liquidation. Let's see what's going on, right? And who's been liquidated. Total liquidation, exchange all period. Let's do last 12 hours. I think we're pretty much okay. Well, not much actually, not much here. Hold on, let me bring the other one. Let me just get the other one. Oh, this is better. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this and let's do this over the past 12 hours. And let's see who got liquidated. Well, here you can see bulls got liquidated. Bulls got liquidated. What's happening now? Nothing much. Nothing much, right? You know, when we go back to these this chart here, for example, liquidation chart, who got liquidated? 114,000 traders got liquidated because they traded the wrong way. But trading was a bad thing anyway. Look at this. Versus, like when you're looking at longs versus short, you can see something, right? Let's have a look at long versus short. And you can see what's going on. 55% of the people are shorting the market. Bybit, look, 77% of the people are shorting the market. So what's going to happen next? They're going to get wrecked. The market's always going to punish those who, I mean, look at this. 100% shorting the market. Seriously? Guys, they're getting ready to get wiped out, because what's the market going to do? It's going to react with these fools, and these boys are going to make money now. So it's going to happen. The opposite's going to happen. The opposite thing is going to happen right now. Just by looking at this, we can see the opposite will happen right now, right? So again, a lot of people just don't understand the whole of this thing. They are there to take your money. Whoever's got most of the money is there. And this is how pure manipulation works. This is how pure manipulation works, you know? But anyway, market reacts. Everyone dumps. Oh, I got to get out my money, save my money. The fools that sold lost. The fools that sold lost. Excuse me, but that's the truth, right? You're going to wake up to your Bloomberg news. You're going to get done. Bloomberg news, you're going to get done. This is why we say, give us a chart and we'll give you the news. Give us a chart. We'll tell you what the sentiment of the market is. And I know I've made a video before earlier on. Exactly, bro. OC, exactly. You see, we're in it. We make longs. You know, we're fine. Because now that we have had longs, someone's going to get wrecked. Someone's going to get annihilated. Who are going to get annihilated? Shorts. So what does the market do after it's done all of this? Well, here, fine, you got your thing. That was the news pushing it down, manipulation. What happened after the manipulation? The buyers came back in. And now what? Now all of you guys are getting wrecked. So every one of these guys sitting on a short position are going to get wrecked today. So you've made 10% today. You know, if you carry on, you probably make 20%. But that's the reality. A lot of people don't understand. The market's always going to punish you for going the other way, because you're the one who's asking to be wrecked. You know, when you're trading, you're asking to be wrecked. It's easy money. It's easy money. So that's what it is. Proper easy money. So I know today I made a video earlier on. Actually, I made a video. I posted it on Discord because I didn't want to make it public or anything. And I'm sure most of the guys who are watching this, for example, OC knows what I'm talking about. And I'm sure Ennis also knows what I'm talking about as well, because I did post it there, right? And someone posted a video basically, and I'll explain a little bit. Someone posted a video of how the market dumped and someone was doing 3, 2, 1, 0, right? Brilliant. And I want to show something here. For example, let's just do one. Let's have a look at the time. So the time now is this. Okay, we can do this as well, right? So we want to do a 3, 2, 1, 0 move as well, right? We want to count something and say 3, 2, 1, 0. Boom, the market goes down. How about this? We do this as well. So we're looking at here, look, 18 seconds. And we're going to do this here right now, right? And this is what we're going to do. So let's do this, right? We've got 10. All right, we'll do a countdown together. How about this? We're going to do a countdown together, and we're going to go very soon. We're going to do this, right? 3, 2, 1, boom. Right? That's what we just did right now. Oh my days, look. How was that possible? Do you know what I mean? It's again, this is the thing. So someone coming on, making a 10-second video of this and posting it saying, look, I predicted the market going up. If you understood, if you did not realize what this person just did, take a snapshot of this, a video for 10 seconds showed you that, right? That's it. They're not doing it live. You got a problem. You have an actual problem. You are accepting something that someone's given to you based on one successful trade. Question was all of these guys were doing all of these noise, but was it actually successful? And there's so many different things, but I don't want to go into that detail. But I just want to show you that we can also do a 3, 2, 1. I mean, in fact, look, we're coming back to another one, right? We're going to come back to another one. So we've got, let's do this. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my God, look at that. Do it again, right? So seriously, guys. So this is the kind of stuff, again, listen, just keep the bloody noise away. That's the most important thing. We don't need the noise. We do not need the noise, right? Be real, right? See it for what it is. See the fact for what it is, right? I mean, when we're drawing boxes like this, are we just drawing boxes because we are so artistic? No. I didn't draw all of these lines all the way up to December because I just felt like it. I was bored. No, these are dates. And what a coincidence, it's a date. You know, it's what a coincidence, right? This was a liquidation event. Fine. All of this. Well, why not push the market down even further? We know the date. So what's going to happen on this day? Well, we'll just do something what the people are not expecting. So everybody who expected this market to go up didn't expect the thing, because they forgot all of a sudden. Oh, it's like, well, rush, FOMO, FOMO. Look, the market's going back up. We went down to as low as 39,500 and we pumped. Look, guys, we pumped all the way to 45k. That's it. We're going all the way up there. We're going back to the moon. No, we don't go to the moon like that. We do not go to the moon like that. We go to the moon when we come back to these levels. Same chart, guys, same chart. It hasn't changed. We go back to the moon here. So all of this area below here to this blue box here, this red line here, all of this, what is this? It's an accumulation zone. It's an accumulation zone. It's a capitulation zone. Absolutely nothing else. There's nothing bullish about this. There's absolutely nothing bullish about this. Until we go here, we do not continue. And I've said it over and over again. Same chart, shown it over and over again. What happens when we go back to this trend line? Well, we invalidate everything. We start going down, and now that's it. Last line of support. Boom. End of market. We're in a bear market. Is this a bear market? No. Is this a bull market? Absolutely not. Because in order for this to be a bull market continuation, we need to get to these levels and we need to go above the previous all-time high. That's a fact. That's a fact, right? So why do we need all of this crap? It just doesn't make any sense, guys. It just doesn't make any sense. But it is annoying. It is annoying. And we see the same pattern over and over again. And again, people just don't understand what all of this means. They just don't understand what all of this means, you know? And I mean, like, for example, I'm not going to be that guy who says, oh, told you so. What happens after we've seen a dump like this? And I just want everybody to observe. I've said it many times. Look, after this, what happens? So you have a pump, you have a dump, and then you have a pump, right? So you see this market coming down, and then you see this market recover. What are we expecting right now for this to do? Maybe continue all the way down here? Is that what we're expecting? Maybe. Maybe. Or maybe we might be going up. Well, we've got to let the trend decide that. And so far as I can see, the trend is upwards, right? Now, when we talk about bullish candles and bullish sentiment, we can look at shorter time frames and say certain things. So for example, we're looking at the hourly right now, and I've got my stochastic RSI down here, and I've got my RSI down here. What do I see here? All I'm seeing is bullish. All I'm seeing is bullish. Somebody tell me that I've made this myself, or I've put this in. No, I haven't. This is an indicator. The indicator is telling me bullish. Indicator is telling me everything here says bullish. So if everything's telling me bullish, do I confirm that? Actually, I do. So am I expecting to see a few dips here and there? Of course. But what's the trend show? Trend is good. Trend is good. Like absolutely, guys, absolutely. Like, share, subscribe, smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, obviously hit that subscribe button. How is your laptop mic not acting up when you're streaming though? Okay, OC, the Discord, in the Discord, the microphone, I don't know why it messes around, but actually when I'm here, it's not doing anything. I can shout and scream and it will auto kind of do the thing. It doesn't work anything. So her Kanakal, awesome, bro. Thank you very much. Awesome. Hit that like button, bro. Let's do this. Let's do this, right? Really long one. Hey KL, what's happening KL? What's happening Himi? Nice to see you boys here as well. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So anyway, I'm having a little banter here. I'm having a little shout here, a little fit. Let's call it a little fit, right? I'm having a little fit here, right? Now I'm looking at my what do you call this? My MACD, right? So I'm having a look at my MACD in moving average conversion divergence, and of course we had this bearish divergence forming down here. When was this? On the 24th of September at 6 a.m. we had this. Well, what are we looking right now here? What are we forming right now? And this is on the hourly, by the way. What are we forming right now? What does all of this look like? What is all of this indicating to us? Is this still a bearish divergence? No, we had the divergence here at 6 a.m. What's happening right now? We're forming a bullish divergence. So again, a lot of people do not see this, right? So everything is indicating bullish. We're bullish on the hourly, but are we actually totally, absolutely bullish? No, when we want to be bullish, we have to beat this particular candle here. This one screw up candle here. When we beat this one candle here, then we start moving up. Do you understand? This is the one that moves us forward. So I hope everybody kind of understands how the market plays. So of course, again, OC, today I spent a few hours with you, training you, and I showed you something, right? So when we're looking at all of this, we know that if we're doing a trading session, a session is very important, by the way. A trading session literally means that if you're trading for 4 hours, you keep your 4 hours in time and you trade within that 4 hours. So you're trading candles within that 4 hours because that's your trading session. If you're trading for 8 hours, you do your 8-hour session. You know, if you're doing weekly, daily, whatever, you do your weekly, daily time frame within the time frame. You don't go above the time frame because you're analyzing the time frames within and you're doing your trade on that time. So today we did a trade on, you know, we actually opened a trade here just as a sample. We did a trade here just to kind of show him how things, the ropes around all of this, right? I showed OC what's going on. And I'm hoping obviously hasn't closed the trade yet. And I did say to him, I said, enter. You might see it dip down a little bit, but don't panic because there's a particular line we got to do. The market ultimately will be going up because everything is indicating up. Now we can see that obviously this was on an hourly, so but that's because this is a trading session. If we see 4 hourly, for example, we see a different data. I mean, in fact, now I'm seeing very bullish data, so that's a different story. But even 4 hourly is giving me a bullish data. Right, 4 hours is giving me a bullish data too. Earlier on, it wasn't giving me that actually. Bloody hell, even on the daily, look, everything's just flipped bullish. We're on this daily candle, everything's flipped bullish, and we're still worried about how the market may dump a little bit more. Well, I'll give you. How about this? Let's make some predictions, right? I don't do predictions normally, but I want to make a prediction right now. I'm going to make 4 predictions for everybody. So everyone who's on the chat right now, everyone's who's watching the stream right now, let's do some predictions, right? And I want you guys to remember these 4 dates because I'm predicting something's going to happen. Something big is going to happen on those 4 dates. Or let's do 3 dates, right? Let's do 3 dates. So the number 1 date I want you to remember is the 29th of October. 29th of October. Because I don't have a crystal ball, I can give you a 50-50 chance. So I'm going to say on the 29th of October, market will be either dumping or market will be pumping. Okay, the next date for you to remember, take a screenshot, 26th of November, we might have a dump or we might have a pump. The one after that is 31st of December. We might have a pump, we might have a dump. So these are the 4 dates I've given to you. I hope this kind of helps. I've just did a prediction and ultimately those predictions should help you. So I'm not telling you we're going to go to the moon, get to $1 million yet, because that's quite some way away. And we're not going to get to the $10,000 or the $20,000. We're not going to get projection, of course. But no, I want to do a prediction. How about doing a prediction today? So I don't do predictions normally, but I want to do this, right? So here, I've given you 3 dates I want you to remember. So take a screenshot. Look, 29th October, 26th November, and 31st October, guys. And we're going to celebrate with a big bang on New Year's Day. So I've got all of this for you. I've just given you a prediction. There you go. So I've just predicted what the market's going to do on those days. Either it's going to pump or dump. Isn't that a bit stupid though, what I just did there? Isn't that the most hilarious thing you've ever heard? Somebody come out there and give you all of this nonsense. You know what I mean? Guys, you'll see a lot of news around these days. Now, I want to show you something else regarding Elon Musk. Who remembers Elon Musk dump? Right? Who remembers Elon Musk? So Elon Musk news, right? I'm sure Elon Musk news was around this level here. Somewhere around this level here, right? You only write 2 dates. Take a screenshot. Yeah, you got 3 dates here. You got 3 dates here. Look. We've got October. You can take a screenshot. 29th October, 26th October, November, and the 31st of December. All right, let's keep them. But let's talk about Elon Musk. Elon Musk comes along and China FUD, whatnot, this and that. Oh, what a coincidence. Wasn't that around the similar time? Wasn't that around this similar time here that we had this? We already seen a little dip and then we come back here and then we have this big dump. Didn't we have all of the Shiba Inu crazy dumps around here? Exactly, those 3 days. So isn't that what we had? I mean, I'm sure I can go back and find some news on the 28th of May. Oh, look, we've got the 28th of May. What's going on here? Well, I mean, there's just something must be happening. Or did we have another news on 25th of June? Yeah. Isn't that a bit of a coincidence that we see these stupid news coming out on the same day? Guys, do you know how many times China has banned cryptocurrency? Forever. Do you know how many times India has banned cryptocurrency? Forever. Do you know how many times Turkey has banned cryptocurrency? Forever. But the question remains is, how can they actually stop you? How? They can only, right? And this is the truth. This is the 100% fact. The only way they can stop you is from your bank. Crypto people don't give a shit. People who are losing money, people who are selling and getting out, get the fuck out of here because I'm losing money. Who do you think they are? Uneducated, stupid, traditional, news following idiots. Sorry to say that. That's all they do. They follow the news, nothing more. They follow the news. I'm not sponsored by these fuckers, so that's why I'm not going to show the brand on the video, so adios. But yeah, if you're looking, if you know what color that was, you can sponsor the show and you get some real hardcore stuff here, right? Because, you know, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And you know what? I'm going to give you one other thing as well. This is going to be really awesome as well. So there was a brother on one of our groups, and everyone on the group knows we had this conversation. It's actually there. You can go up there and read again on the Discord. You can read the conversation and what he said. And I was like, oh, very interesting, right? So 2-3 weeks ago, he said to me, we're going to dump. Fine. So 2-3 weeks ago, he told me we're going to dump. Absolutely. You know, whether it's a fluke or not, or maybe you had some inside news, great. We dumped. We're dumped. If 2 or 3 weeks later, and I'm not giving you anything here, I'm not telling you whether we're going to go up or down. If 2-3 weeks later, we come back to this $50,000, $60,000, are you going to say, I told you so? And if I turn around and say to you, well, how about this? I'll do a longer time prediction. And my charts are really slow today. I'll do a longer time prediction and I'll tell you, actually, no, I did that already. Oh, damn. Sorry. I must have shown you this chart before, right? I must have done this chart before. So if I tell you in 3 weeks time, we're going to be pumping up. Did I mention this before? I don't know. I mean, you tell me. There's a whole channel, right? You tell me, did I mention the 18th of October? So are you going to come back to me and say, remember 2-3 weeks ago, I told you this? How long have I told you this? How long? And this is not even based on options expiry. This is based on previous history. What if I tell you, I can't give you the date, guys, but sometime in the future, we're going to go and touch this $100,000 mark. A 6-figure is coming. Would you believe me? Probably won't. But we did this years ago. We were talking about how we're going to come back to the $20,000 years ago. And you know what? There's the very same people who entered, lost money and this and that, and kind of foamed back in again. When we were like 3-4K, they said, no, it's never going to go back to 20K. We're here now. China FUD. So we had China FUD all the way from here, 2013. Went all the way up to, what was it? $1,300 from, where was it? $10. People said, we're never coming back again. We're never coming back again. So what did we do? Not only did we come back to this level here somewhere, we smashed through and went to $20,000. So people in 2013 believed we would never come back. People in 2017 saw a $20,000 coin. People in 2021 are assuming that that's it. Market's over. We're never coming back. We're never doing this. We're not doing that. And everyone's right, by the way. Everyone's right. We're never doing it until we do. But nobody understands one of the biggest fundamentals. Why do we do this? Why is this happening? The fundamental is this date here. The fundamental is that we have a 4-yearly halvening cycle. Supply drops. There's not many Bitcoins remaining. There's absolutely not many Bitcoins remaining. There's only 2.2 million Bitcoins remaining. And the last one comes out in year 2140. 2140 is the last Bitcoin, the last one of this to complete the 21 million. People forget this. So this being a asset, this being legalized with the infrastructure bill, this being a monetary system, a legal currency of one country, other countries applying, this being the headlines Headlines. Fucking hell. Headlines. You ask anybody, have you heard of cryptocurrency? Yeah, I heard of Bitcoin. How many of the people heard of all the other shitcoins that we have there, the 12,000 shitcoins out there? Nobody. Everyone knows about Bitcoin. They don't know about the shitcoins. Maybe some people have heard about Ethereum, or other people have heard about other stuff, but majority have only heard about Bitcoin. This is a superstar. It's the superstar of the industry. And people still don't understand. You're sitting on the superstar of the industry, which has the lowest amount of supply remaining compared to all the other shitcoins out there. Hello, anybody wake up? Infinite supply. Oh, look, we have 32 million already out there. We still have, billion. We still have XYZ billion remaining. Oh, look, we're going to cut down and come back because we pre-minted it. Oh, look, what's going on here? We have XYZ. Guys, do you not understand any of this stuff? Do you not understand that the supply and demand is also a big fundamental? There's 2 million remaining. 2 million, 2.2 million. If we got 2.2 million remaining, the more we reduce the supply, the more this bloody price keeps on going up. 10 years, 20 years, gonna go even more. We're going to go even more. The price is just going to keep on going up. So based on that, I usually turn around and say to people, what bear market? What bullshit price? What market low? Because all I'm seeing is this. All I'm seeing is this. I just see an exponential growth in BTC. I might not see these thousands of percents coming in, right? What we used to have, thousands of percents. But that's all I'm seeing. Hold on, people say, okay, Sham, you use a log chart. That's not the great way to do things. Okay, fine, I'm going to drop the log chart. Boom. Hold on, what do you see here? Well, again, I just see exponential growth. I just see exponential growth because what I'm seeing here is 12 years of history, and if I take this 12 years and put it, overlay it on top, I see this all over again going higher. Why are people not understanding this? The fight is not with cryptocurrency. The fight is not with all these shitcoins out there. The fight is not with Ethereum. The fight is not with anything. It's Bitcoin. There's only 2.2 million remaining. Does anybody even comprehend that number? 2.2 million remaining. 2.2. Let's read some of the comments and see what's going on. 20%. Okay. Mystic Sham. I'm not a mystic, bro. I'm not a mystic. I'm being sarcastic. This is sarcastic Sham. I am being absolutely sarcastic here right now because I'm taking the piss out of all those Tom, Dick and Harrys out there who have no bloody clue what they're doing, who do not take advice from people that know this game or who have been in this game, who've learned to switch that bloody TV off. And I got one over there who learned to switch the TV off some time ago, who stopped reading the newspaper. In fact, talking about newspaper, let me say this as well before I read the chat, right? Years ago, when I used to do stock trading, I had to wake up every single morning, switch the news on, and look at BBC News, the financial news on BBC, to see what the market announcements were so I can decide what to do. So I had to see the news to decide what to do. The news was dictating what the market was going to do. The news was dictating that. News was telling me it's a good company to trade, it's a good company to buy, put some stock in there. Or the news was telling me, by the way, Sham, it's too late because the news today says the market's already down. So I was given news after the market did what it did. I was given financial statements of a company and projections of a company after the company did what it did. It did its yearly taking and it says, okay, we're doing an announcement on this day. Oh, guys, by the way, we did very bad last year. And I'm trading on this. I felt like a fool, but I understood that when I entered crypto, that I was being fed what they wanted to. The news was given to me, right? I couldn't decide what the news was going to be. I couldn't decide what my trade was going to be. My fate was decided on the news. I had to open the news to see how a company was performing because I had no other way of knowing what the company was doing. That's what the traditional stock market is. So I said, sod it. When I went into crypto, I said, sod it. I'd rather have something I can predict. I'd rather have something I can project. I'd rather have something I know what it's going to do based on the supply ratio. It's a fixed supply. It's not infinite. The demand is high. And we see this adoption. So years ago, we used to talk about how we used to be like the 1% of the planet that knows about crypto. I think we hit like 4 or 5%. Hold on. Isn't that an exponential growth? Hasn't the demand just increased? If the demand if we still stuck on 1%, I agree with you. But if we're now on 5%, moving over to 6%, I mean, everybody knows about it. Your 70-year-old grandma knows about Bitcoin. They've heard about Bitcoin. Oh yeah, we've heard something about Bitcoin. They know the bloody name. And there's 2.2 million remaining. Only 2.2 million remaining. And people still don't understand. Here's a market I can guess what it's going to do in 10 years' time, in 20 years' time. Here's a market I can buy my asset now and leave it forever. And I can leave it for my children for, you know, when I pass away. And they're going to have a great time. Everything else, I have to wait for the bloody news to tell me. I have to wake up in the morning, go and get my newspaper to tell me. And by God, if I missed it, I missed that opportunity of the life. Right? That's what it is. I'm working on other people's given information. And here, this thing is staring at me and saying to me, Sham, I'm like, yeah, we have 18 million Bitcoin here. Oh, right, okay. So how many we have left? 2.2. Oh, so you mean the price is going to be up here somewhere? Yeah. So that's what it's just said to me. And people still do not understand. Now, let's go back into the chats, because I know you guys are probably... You're seeing me lose it a little bit, right? But will it pump or dump, XD? Pump or dump when, bro? Pump or dump when? Right? Pump or dump when? These dates? If the market momentum is up, these dates, you will always see a dump before or a pump before. Look, history repeats itself every single time. But when the market is full on parabolic, there's nothing. These dates, you see, look how these dates, right? Look at this, for example. Look at this date. You pump, bro. You dump, then you pump. You dump and you pump. You see these dates? You see these dates? This is what's happening. Do you want to know where we are right now? Well, let's show you where we are right now. You see this scenario here, this candle here. Let's have a look at this candle here. This candle here. Sorry, I'm on daily, my bad. I'm on weekly, my bad. Let me give you one candle here. Let me give you a candle here. Or actually, no, sod that. Let me do this monthly, even better. Let me do this monthly. Let me do this monthly. Let me do this monthly. Let's switch this off. I want to show you something. I want to show you something. Do you know what the month this is? This is 2020 September. 2020 September. This is where we are. 2020 September. Okay? 2020 September. 2020 September. So this is what? 2019 September. Right? So we could be in 2019 September, maybe? Or 2020 September. Hold on, let's go back a little bit. Oh, look, we have another September. 2017 September. Could we be there? Don't know. We don't know. But we know we're in September. And we know after that, we've got October, November, and December. Don't have to predict that. We know that. That's a fact. We know we've got options and futures expiry. And we also know that ETFs are coming. So what's going to really happen to the market? And we also know that the supply has been cut down. Supply is reducing every year, every day. We know all of this stuff. So you tell me, is the market going to go up or is the market going to go down? What do we see history tell us? And the most important thing, are you in it for a minute? Are you in it for an hour? Are you in it for a day? Are you in it for a week? If you are, then you should be looking less than that time frame. I'm in it until 2030. So what do I see until 2030? Well, I see an exponential growth. I see an absolute parabolic exponential growth until that time. There's no end to the price. There's no end to the bull cycle. The bull cycle ends when the last coin comes out or when the institution's got all of your coins. I'm still hodling. Let's see. I saw today that a guy left a coin with 42 ETH in the biggest it. The guy left a coin. What coin? What coin? What coin? What coin, guys? All right, give me 1 minute. I'll be back. Stay there. 1 minute. Right. Right. Hold on. MJ floods the chat. It's okay. Listen, you know the bots. So you know some of the bots that were restricting you for caps and this and that. I've switched those bots off, guys. You can do whatever you want. Enjoy. That's what I've done. So yesterday I did a bit upgrade. So I want to understand what you're talking about. This coin left a coin with 42F in the biggest stiff. I want to understand what you're talking about. I mean, did he make money on 42F or whatever? That's what I'm asking for. Nothing more. So let me know about this. But all that's going to change about the stocks running out is the price, isn't it? I don't know what you're talking about. The industry doesn't change. Only the fact that changes the price. Not entirely. I mean, if you look at the market, stock market itself, right? We've had hundreds, thousands, if not millions and millions of companies come and go. That's a fact, right? They come and go. Somebody else is taking the position. I mean, this is, how would you call it? This is like a cycle. It's a cycle. You know, it's an evolution. Today, for example, Tesla is one of the biggest electric car manufacturers on the planet. Stocks are fine. Everything's good. The shares are good. One day, someone else is going to come and take over. Does that mean Tesla goes out of business? No. Ford was like the first ever car company on the planet. No one even talks about it anymore. See what I mean? But did they go away? No, it's an evolution. Somebody else comes with something new, brings something new. Cycle of life, right? So that's what's going on. Steve, hey Steve, how you doing, bro? You all right? Okay, I'm just having a little rant here, basically. I'm just going all ballistic here. So let's do this. Hold on. What is? Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read the chat. Let's see what's going on. The industry doesn't change. Like you explained with your project, you actually. So why didn't I know there was a limited supply on? By the way, BTC. It's always MJ who floods the chat. That's fine. With stock, I meant BTC running out. The BTC stocks, if you get me. I see what you mean. Okay. So what you're talking about BTC? Yes. So we have a fixed supply. In fact, some of the coins, some of the good projects, they do have a fixed supply. The projects that do not have a fixed supply, they have an inflationary model, which means that every year it increases by 4 or 5%, similar to money. So these are more designed to be currency. They're more designed to be currency, right? Means that every year you increase the supply, so there's plenty more, infinite supply, literally call it, right? But there are some blockchains out there that have a fixed supply. Fixed supply ones are the best, by the way. Fixed supply ones are the best because you can determine how worth this project is based on how scarce the project is. This is why I said the other day as well. I said, well, there's just so many companies out there who talk about how, oh, we give you free Bitcoin. I'll make 1 Bitcoin into 5 Bitcoins for you. How? There's no free Bitcoin. It's the most scarce asset on the cryptocurrency industry. There isn't another one like it. There was one. Oh, by the way, there was one, and I'll tell you which one it was. There was one. This one here came out, done an awesome job. And by the way, I know my internet's playing about, so I might have, there may be some skipped scenes or something like this. Don't worry if it is. So this one had 30,000 coins, right? 30,000 coins, fixed supply. And then guess what they did? They decided to print 6,666. Isn't that the devil's number? So they decided to print the devil's number, right? Because of what? I don't know, but they decided to print 6,600 more. You can go and speak to him if you want. You want to speak to me? Me? Okay, so I've got a lovely lady who wants to speak to me. So let me quickly end the stream. I'll go and speak to her. But what I'm trying to say here, guys, all right? For anything with a fixed supply, right, and the least amount of supply is more valuable. So even that 3666666 devil's number, right? I'll even give it to them. He's still valuable. Yearn Finance is valuable. And you can see that value reflected in its price. Even when you look at it today, you can see the value is reflected here. Why? It's a scarce asset. It's a scarce asset, guys. So scarcity is the key. And Bitcoin is the king of scarcity right now. I mean, technically you can say Yearn as well. But Yearn is a rebalancing AMM, automatic market maker. It's there to make you money. So whenever it makes money with this, then it drops it, dumps it. There's a lot of drama along with this. So I won't really go too deep into Yearn. I'm not reviewing any coins here. Again, you know, those coins that get reviewed, usually they get paid to review. So again, I don't get paid by anybody to review anything here. Anything I say here is my personal opinions and what I feel, my personal views. I do not give financial advice, all right? Not for free, obviously, but I don't do financial advice. Everything here is just education. That's what you're getting, nothing more, just a pure rough education. I remember I say to some people, you know what, if you don't want to learn, or sorry, if you want to learn, I'll beat it into you, because the point is there's so much there. I'm just going to throw facts at you, right? I'm going to try and open your mind and say, right, look, guys, look at the thing for what it is. Don't FOMO, don't FUD, and especially ignore the bloody noise. Useless. Don't you think institutional governments will build their own things and try force people into it because they missed the train on Bitcoin? So her ask, HERR, they're already doing it. That's CBDC. They're already doing it, CBDC, right? So they're already building their own central bank digital currency. But is something like Bitcoin gonna go away? No, they know that. Are they gonna block people from doing it? No, they're not gonna do that. They're gonna monetize on that. Wait for it. They're gonna monetize on Bitcoin, because Bitcoin allows you to have it as a store of value. So it's not usable. Let's just say, I mean, Ethereum is the least usable right now because of gas fees. To that comparison, Bitcoin is still usable. But if you want to do international transfers, you're better off doing it with Bitcoin, right? You're better off not doing it fiat, because the cost is just so high because of all the bureaucracy and all the drama. They might use it as a reserve currency. I could see this being a reserve currency. It's like people say, okay, look, it's volatile, we don't want to trade it, but it's a reserve. And imagine countries buy it with their sovereign funds, and a lot of the countries have. Singapore bought it with their sovereign fund. I mean, we know Nayib Bukele from, El Salvador, he's bought 700 Bitcoin for his country. 700 Bitcoin for his country. So this is technically country's reserve. If this becomes a country's reserve currency, what is better? How much is your country worth? My country is worth 700 Bitcoin. You know what I mean? So that could possibly be the thing. Now, who obviously they've missed the boat, because some people like me, but we're not many. We're not many. You coming in now, you're not many. You're only 5% of 8 billion people. You're only 5% of 8 billion people that have even taken that one step to enter the crypto. Even 0.01 of a Bitcoin is 0.01 of a Bitcoin that is less available in the market because you have it. And everybody else is after you. The 95% haven't caught up. The 95% are coming when this becomes institutionalized, regulated, legalized, and government reserve. Does that make sense to you? So that's what's going to happen. The man behind the institutions are already with their own money. The aspect the institutions to come in and know it will happen, of course. So Costin Alex asked something, right? So he said something. He said the man behind the institutions are already in with their own money. The aspect of institutions to come in and now it will happen, of course. So what I'm trying to say here now, let me just reiterate all of this in a complete different way. This is a conspiracy. I'm going to just clear that. So this is a part of a conspiracy. You know, presidents and like presidents and prime ministers of countries are not elected, they are selected. And most of the world is run by shadow governments. Most of everything that happens are just shadow governments. Everyone else is just a puppet. So there's a puppet master out there. And I might even get banned for actually saying this here. But this is what it is. There's a puppet master who runs the show and chooses who gets big and who doesn't. So based on that, they know what it is. They know they can't stop it. They realize that there's economies going on. So how do you do it? You put a gateway. You put a gateway and say, okay, fine, let's put a gateway and let's control what happens and tax people. You know, so what are they taxing anyway? It's a question. Taxing the money that they printed? Isn't that what tax is? The amount of inflation they pump every year is literally the amount of money they tax you based on percentage of your earnings. Think about it. That's what it is. What is tax? It's the excess money they printed from you. They printed because you are an asset. You are worth something. There's a paper with you. That's how much you're worth. You were born in a hospital. You had a birth certificate. That birth certificate is being traded. You're a part of a system. You're an asset. You are worth something on that paper. There's a minimum amount you're worth. And that worth is how much tax we can tax you. So based on that, how much inflation we can have. Conspiracy. That's what it is. Of course it is, bro. Of course it is. It's BTC, man. It's BTC. I'm telling you. I mean, look. Oh, see, you and me making money, bro. You and me making money. If you were up 10%, then I'm probably up 20%, right? Because I didn't close the trade. I left it there, bro. I left that trade there. So we're not going to talk about that. I left it there, but that's nothing. Remember, for us to validate this bull trend, we need to break above this one candle. So for us to completely say that we are absolutely super solid, we need to get above this to invalidate all of this area. So until then, we're not safe. This candle here has to be taken out, whatever happens. Okay, so keep an eye. We've still got a good few hours left. So on a daily, what I'm trying to say, on a daily, if you look carefully, we have 3 hours and 12 minutes remaining. So we need to take this candle. Actually, you know what? Okay, so here's a good one. A lot of people, so I did explain to OC today, he knows this. So this is the full 100% of the candle. You can see from the top to the bottom. But what you see here is close to almost 50% recovered. That means the bulls are now 50% control of this one candle. So candle might close red, but it's actually a bullish candle, right? So it's not super bullish, but it's bullish because they've actually recovered from here to here almost 50% by just looking at the candle. So we know that right now it's 50-50. So we can beat this. We can actually come back up again. You know, if we can break the neckline of this previous candle we had here 3 days ago, right? Then this is a higher low. So we've got lower, low, lower low, lower low. And this would be the first higher low. And we've got higher high, higher high, higher low. Next one can easily print as a higher high or even another higher low. It doesn't matter higher high, obviously, we're going to have next one. But that's what we've got here. So, but we need to break this neckline. This particular neckline, which is the $43,000, specifically 43,000. Sorry, 43,000. Let's just call it 43. So we can go there and we can basically beat that. So let's see what that does. So seller been flying, bought 3 weeks ago. Of course, a lot of these coins are absolutely pumping, Steve. I'll be honest with you. A lot of these, the whole entire market is actually pumping. A lot of people are not noticing this, right? Market is not dead. People think the market is dead. No, some of the silly investors, they're basically losing money. While altcoins, right? I don't even know how to show this. Like, for example, look at this Tezos. Today, Tezos pumps 8%, right? Where people see a dump, smart people see an opportunity, right? Look, 10%. Smart people see an opportunity, but obviously the money's not going everywhere, so they pick up one of them, and everybody follows that, right? Everybody, look, Axie, 1% up. What's going on? Look, 6% up, and look, some of these coins these were not even moving, and look what they're doing now. You know what I mean? So if you look carefully, you'll see how some of these coins, I mean, look at this REN, 22%. Market's dumping, REN pumps 22%. So that's what's happening. The institutions and everybody else that are smart, they're taking the money while everybody's looking the other way, fearful. And they're pumping one network. And now what's going to happen, you've seen it pump. A lot of the retail are going to come and pump into this. And then what's going to happen? They're going to lose money while whoever's been pumping this is going to take the money out. So that's what's going to happen. Himi says it's good to let some bro, I'm like this. This is me. This is just the facts, right? I'm just stating the facts. Honestly, I'm not steamed up or hot or anything. I've got nothing against anybody except the entire market and a bunch of fools that are there who cause all of this drama. So anyone who's watched this channel, remember, I always like to ignore the noise. I'm more like, give me a chart and I'll tell you what the chart is doing. And then what you see, and actually forget me, go to other top YouTube channels or anybody and ask them the same thing. And they say the same thing to you. The news comes and confirms or connects a dot to what we're already doing. That's what the news does. That's what the news does. Because when I'm looking at this, all I'm seeing is all of this China FUD. And when I'm going back to my S&P 500, I'm not seeing any FUD. This is China FUD for Bitcoin, not for the market. What a surprise, right? When you look at all of this, it just becomes like, okay, hold on, what's going on here? You know, when you're looking at all of this, you know, it's a big surprise. I'll give you a good example. Look at this. 14, look at the bottom, you'll see the time down here, right? You see 14, so it says 1400 hours. We see a massive pump. Well, I showed you something here. What did we have at 1400 hours? Look. Explain this to me. Look, I'm showing you, look. Updated, boom. So where did the money go? What happened? Why was this updated at 1400 hours? And why did this pump at 1400 hours? Somebody tell me. You see what I mean? And what happened to Bitcoin at 1400 hours? Well, I'll show you. Where's 1400 hours? Let's go to 1400 hours. 1400 hours. Look, 1400 hours. Look at that. Right? So once everything is updated, whatever, I'm sure they delete something, right? They probably pump something, it caused a bit of a hype, and then, oh, sorry, a bit of FUD. And now it's on recovery. Let's go back to normal. Let's just tone it down a little bit. Again, guys. You know, it's all good, but I'm happy. OC, I'm happy for you. OC, I don't know how much you're making. Give us an update actually on the chat. OC, if you're still here, tell us how many percentage you're on. We don't need to know the amount, just how many percentage you're up right now since we've had the last lesson that we did together and the confirmation that we've had, because I know you're up quite a bit right now. So yeah. Awesome. And also, guys, remember the school, the crypto school that I'm going to be doing, right? And everybody here needs to understand this. If you're joining the school, guys, it's going to be only via Discord. And when I'm going to do it via Discord, I need to show you this as well. Let me open Discord. I'm sure I'm going to be draining some resources right now. But let me show you some bits and bobs, right? When I do it, what I'm going to do. Very important to see. Bloody hell, come on. Not loading now. Whole damn thing is loading. And also, I've been skipping frames. I skipped frames about 20 times, apparently, according to this. I'm not sure why, but I think I know, because of the phone lines. They're doing some works on the phone line. They're just digging up the whole street and everything. That's why half the street is dead right now. But yeah, there's some internet issue. I'm having a bit of lag on all sorts of stuff. So yeah, let's see. Let's hope this start up. And yeah, I told you they don't pay me, so I won't be showing them on a stream. And also, I've got to go and see a lady, so let's see what she wants. 12%. Awesome, bro. Awesome. You're doing awesome. Just hold tight. As long as you're awake, hold tight. Because remember, everything is indicating up. So we're not using the news. We don't need a newspaper to tell us. And guess what? I guarantee you. So you made 12% today. Happy days. Tomorrow, you wake up. So wake up tomorrow, right? And, you know, go to Google or wherever and get your new news. So latest news today, markets recovered very well, and you'll have something attached to it because of this. There is no because. Somebody's just connecting. So they see the fact and they just connect to the fact. And usually it's the person who pays. So whoever's paid for the news is the one that's going to be basically getting the thing. So remember, this is what's going to happen. So guys, what I'm trying to say, so when we do the crypto school, and are we there? I don't know if you can see this. So when we do the crypto school, this is where I'm going to be doing it through. This is the conversation. This is where we're going to have that conversation. Live school. That's, you can see this is the live school. This is where we're going to do the school. So obviously it's infinite. You can have infinite number of people. This is where everybody needs to come and join. And from here, we're going to do the private school. I'm not going to publish the video directly or straight away. No, I'm going to basically do my bits and bobs. We're going to train. You're going to do ask me questions and whatnot. We're going to do a proper Q&A. And once we're all satisfied and everybody's learned and we've done the whole 10 lessons, then we might make it public for the people. But this, I'm telling you, the video is not going to be public or unlisted. It will be private. It means nobody will access to these videos until we basically go forward and release it later on. So anyone who's joining gets that thing, because this is not something I'm doing for the public quite yet. I will do it later, but anybody in the group gets the benefit. If you're not part of this group, part of this Discord, if you're not following me on Twitter and you're not subscribed to YouTube, well, sadly, I can't give any of this to you. Do you know what I mean? This is a free school, and all you got to do is join my Discord, follow me on Twitter, and happy days here. That's it, right? So that's all it is, guys. That's all it is. But yeah. That's fine. Listen, you can calculate money or you can calculate percentage. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, the point is you're up. That's the point. You're up. Your trade was a successful, and you remember you only traded the hourly time zone. Excuse me 1 second, guys. Hiya.